Seconds after that, just start talking.
Yep.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright. Have a good run.
Thank you. Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to Breath of Fire 2. My name's AndyW3221. And we're off. Alright, yeah, so this is going to be the any percent good ending. This is the only category that the community runs. There's technically 3 endings with this game. One being the good ending, another being the neutral ending, and then one being the bad ending. The bad ending ends about an hour earlier if it was to be done. That's if you're familiar with the game. That's where if you choose to fight, moving on to the final dungeon, you're on the route to the neutral and good ending. But if you choose not to fight, you get the bad ending. So sad. The neutral ending is with not doing all the requirements of the good ending, which is to get the township to fly. If you're not familiar with this game, don't worry, you're in good hands. I'll be commentating for it, letting you know what's going on. This is Ganner, our father. Aja tells us to go find our sister. Oh yeah, this is a black and white game, by the way. It was much simpler back in the 90s. A good time. Oh no, I lied. It's in color. Alright, so we have a battle here. You can't win this even if you hack the game. There's just no winning it. We need to get to 5 HP or less. There we go. Easy. And then there's going to be a little conversation here about the dragon. And we're going to learn that the dragon's been guarding, protecting. Sorry, no, we're not learning that. This is about Mom, our mother, who's no longer with us. So one thing about this game, the text is very slow. There's actually a speedrun tech to advance the tech faster, and that's with holding B. So for the entire run, I'm going to be pretty much holding B. I'm going to get an option here to take a nap or not. It's just faster to say no. One of the many great tracks in the game. I like the music quite a bit in this game. But yeah, this town is called Gate. We're not going to see it for a very long time. Again. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that that priest, that father there was talking about that we have no family, we're an orphan. So something happened. Now there's this puppy. This is Bo. He puts the candle. I don't know where he puts the candle. You're gonna see why I'm wording it that way. It's slightly faster to say no here. We say yes, he goes downstairs and he's like, I'm out of here. But then turns around. So yeah, he wants to go steal stuff. He says this village is too cheap. Apparently we have no family. No, we just saw our father and sister. The one-time use of the rain in this game, never to be seen again. And see, Bull pulls out the candle. It's not like we had like a lighter to reignite that candle. I always just presumed that he put the candle in his pants and somehow stay lit without catching on fire, which is a good thing. Yeah, we're chasing this tail around. Wow. A demon's tail. This guy's our buddy. Just gonna flex to him. Oh no, it's a cursed run. We just lost frames. That's not good. Even we get a little monologue here. I don't think it's really a monologue, but let's say it's a monologue. That way I can be right. Thank you all for the good lucks and welcome in. Yeah, in the background here, again, if you're not as familiar with the game, I will enlighten you with this is the final dungeon, and it's a nice subtle hint, and you'll see this thing's very tall. The translation of this place is infinity, and it really does feel like infinity. It's a really big dungeon, and it's quite nasty with the encounter rate. I see someone in chat mentioning about this. Yes, it does do a scroll in the Japanese version too. I was surprised that they kept it the same. I thought they did something different here for English, but they didn't. So there is some glitches in this game. There's no sequence breaks, but there are some powerful glitches, so I'm going to be doing right off the bat, and I'm not going to be able to commentate too well while that's going on. But what you're going to see me do is I'm going to grab a life pill, which sells for $250, and I'm going to sell that, and then I'm going to buy 6 fishes. And with those fishes, I'm going to turn that into like roughly $2 million. And then I discovered this myself. That money glitch was known for a very long time. But if you turn in the fishes, which really it's about using an accessory, and then you're referencing a certain item in the game's like RAM, and you turn it in, I think it's 12 nature whips, and you're getting 90,000 per time doing that. Well, I found out when you get done with that and you turn in the item, you get a bugged weapon on one of your characters. We can get this bugged weapon on any character except for Ryu. We're not going to see it until about an hour into the run. I'll get to explain a little bit more on that in a bit here. So I got to put Ryu in slot 2. And this makes it so that he's referencing Sten. Because right now the game knows the characters 1 through 9. And so Ryu being in slot 2, he can affect character in slot 6. In slot 1, he affects character in slot 5. That was a little hard to follow that. But Sten... Oh, I forgot to buy the urgent. And I want 6 of these because item 6 is the bugged weapon, the Moondrop. And I'll definitely go into more detail later on that. So in the background here, you're going to see a number going up, and that's the money I'm earning. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got all the new weapons and armor. I'm now going to turn in the money I just got there. Because if you die in this game, you lose half your money, store. I got way more money than what I really needed, but that's okay. So there I bought up a lot of healing items. I bought a bunch of smokes. So what smokes do in this game is they reduce the encounter rate. And this game has a very nasty encounter rate. Alright, so we equipped the good armor. We also bought a fishing rod. We're going to be fishing later on in the game. The price for fishes definitely went up. That can be technically done with any accessory. What's unique about the fishes is that you can stack them. So when I initially discovered this glitch, we used the fishing rod to do it. And so a fishing rod just being one item, you only could reference one item. And that was the herb. So of the 9, there's 9 items total that you can get bugged. There's only 2 differences. The herb being one type where it has the fire element, 64 attack power, and it can attack once. Where the Moondrop and also the vanilla extract, they have 64 attack power, so the same attack power, but they have the holy element and twin attack. So the twin attack is huge. And the holy element is also huge because actually most enemies in this game are weak to fire. Like if they were to have like one universal weakness, it would be fire. But the holy element acts as like a neutral element to everything. Everything except for undead and spirit enemies. And they take double the damage. So it's just like a beautiful thing. The other cool thing about those bugged weapons is that you can use them as items unlimited. And the Moondrop is like a full group. It's a cure-all. It'll remove any status ailment, including death. And fully heal everyone. I'm going to get into why I'm not running away in a little bit here. If we were to fight an encounter, it would be this one is the ideal one. This one's worth a good amount of XP. So yeah, we can't get Ryu a bugged weapon because he's always in the active party. We can only affect characters 5 through 8. Okay, we got our first boss here. So we're gonna be facing 3 harpies here. They always start the first time. They'll only attack Ryu. I'm gonna switch to scramble formation here. Yeah, so they'll always go after Ryu. And the back 2 have 40 HP, and then the front one has 90 HP. Round 2, they'll attack each other, and then they'll, from there on out, they'll attack again. Since I got the crit there, I can kind of spread out my damage here. The reason I went to scramble formation there is this is like a beautiful mechanic, but the game doesn't do anything to explain it for you. But your formations have modifiers, and in general, the closer you are to the front of the party, the more damage that you will do. You will do more damage. But when you're in a plus state, I'm going to word it as a plus state and a negative state. Let me get a drink of water here. When you're in a plus state, you do more damage, but you also take more. So right now, Bo's in a plus 2 state. So he's doing 30% more damage, but he's also taking 30% more damage. And Ryu's in a 0 state, so there's no modifiers. Later on, when we have more party members, there will be negative states, but it's not as sharp of a curve as what I just described there. Meaning, if you're in like a -1 state, you're doing like 10%. No, you're doing like 5% less damage, but you got like a 10% defense bonus. Now that after that harpy fight, you're always level 5. So with Bo and a plus 2, he can one-shot these. I'm just gonna be one-shotting. All right, there's a lot to explain here. Oh, so running away. It's very tough in this game. There's only going to be like a few parts where I'm even trying to run away. And that's because the game is very unkind in giving all the enemies a +7 to agility, and they're already fast to begin with. So you only have like a 10 to 15% chance to run away in most situations. Okay, we get the lead off, we run away. And I also mentioned smoke, so I always have to go in my inventory to use a smoke. A smoke can be only used once every 64 steps, so I just have a bunch of tiles that I have memorized where I reuse the smoke. The Japanese version says it's like a brand of like cigarettes that the wording something in the nature of they smell so bad that it even keeps the monsters away. I always found that funny. Oh, and so I haven't explained plot. There was a bird lady there at the beginning. Mina. She lost her pet Susie, so we're looking for Susie right now. Some other unique things. You will never miss an attack in this game. It's very nice for the sake of routing. I almost should have fought that. Just for the XP. Bad Ryu. In regards to XP, it's kind of a unique, beautiful thing that since we can't run away, it kind of works out. where just by doing the random counters going to where we need to go to, we just tend to get like the XP that we need. So like getting like lead offs, it's a good thing. It's like a time save, but at the same time you do need to slowly accumulate like XP. So we end up to this ruined home, and we're gonna be fighting some pests here. Chat, I see mentions of the plot and translation. Yeah, this game definitely has the infamous bad translation. I played the retranslation once. I was trying to read it, but I was also trying to do like a speed run with it. And I picked up some stuff, and I liked what I was reading. But I think for me, it's one of those things where it's like such a bad translation that it's good. Like, you just grow up with it, and it's just the way the game was presented to you, and you love it for it. At the same time, this game doesn't do the best of telling you where to go or what's kind of going on at times. So, yikes that. Alright, and then we get the Roach here. This Roach has 100 HP. This boss has a mechanic that lingers from the first game, and then it's never seen again. It can do a guts roll to see if it'll get back up. If it gets it back up, it gets 1/3 of its health. There certainly has been runners, including myself. There we go. We got one get up. That have seen this 8+ times in a run. Usually he's pretty good. Okay. We do want low HP so we can do a death ward. Wow. Okay, marathon looked good. Now, our characters kind of need to be beaten up a little bit. Okay. Die. Die. Okay, now I'm starting to get scared. I don't really feel like that in a marathon, you know? We'll have to be slow. Of course I'll kill it now. Yikes. Thankfully that mechanic doesn't linger. So yeah, Nero here, I might call him Nitro later. He says that he's got this pig, and he'll share it with us. But Bo checks out the collar and turns out that the collar says Susie. It's a pet pig, everyone. I was only scared because I was at a few HP there, and if I would have died, I would have been sent back to the hometown. I wanted Ryu to live so he can get the XP there. We're gonna equip bad armor. I didn't see Ryu. It's really nice if Ryu gets level 6 after that battle. He didn't. I have Bo help. Oh, thanks, Bo. Oh, that worked out great. Yeah, we're gonna be using quite a bit of Death Warp, especially in the first hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, so happy. I love it here. Mina's just like, wow, Susie's so clean. And we're like, yeah, we gave her a nice bath. So yeah, we get a big 500 bucks. Of course, that's nothing to the 2 million that we just got a little bit ago. And we decided to go to bed. Kilgore's gonna come here at night, and I love how the scene's done. It's very subtle, like the eye shape. Like it's like, you know, Ryu's eyes are closed. It's like he's peeking out one eye, like watching this scene unfold. But yeah, he wants us to steal treasure. He says that the treasure was actually stolen from him, so you're just stealing it back. And this is an item called the Magic Hood. We're gonna see Ryu do a little moonwalk here, or a side moonwalk. Something a little goofy the game does when you're kind of moving while screen transition. There's only a few spots where you can even do that. And then spoilers, that was the real thief. We're gonna learn that someone else stole before Bo could get into it. We're gonna see that very shortly here. Don't worry, SSS is on the case. Emergency Ryu. Everyone leaves the water running. The pots are always on fire. Slightly fast to say no there. So yeah, speaking of the real translation, I forget where, but it might be later in the game, but Bo mentions that if he didn't eat so many doggy jerkies, he probably could have gotten away. That was one of my favorite lines from the retranslation. I will give a spoiler that we're gonna eventually get the Magic Hood. And the game doesn't come out and say it, but it is in your special inventory when you get it. It allows you to understand the language of music. So it does have a plot significance. I probably won't remember mentioning it later on. Of course, now that I've said that, I will. Yeah, Puppy needs to go into hiding. I love all the little hops that the game makes, all the noises. Here you can say anything, no matter what, you'll get out of this town. So I'm sure to the great frustration of many, Bo won't even pop his head out to take a shot. He just stays in there. I actually like Bo a lot casually. Sadly, he just doesn't have a place in the speedrun. Yep. For the next third of the game, he will be stuck here. Nero kind of threatens us in a laughing way that he says that you can stay here, but this place kind of needs some repairs. And he's like, if you don't want me to rat you out, you better do it. No, Bo's not where he belongs. You're lying. I used it a little bit. The shot ability has a chance to do all damage or none. I like that a lot casually. He's also a good healer. Some defense buffs. Yeah, you're not wrong. The last 2/3 of the game he will be stuck here. We get some Triumph music before leaving 2 seconds later. I forgot to equip my good armor. I could have held off on that, but right. It's okay if you steal from a thief. I'm just gonna fight the. This is really nasty. What this game does. Again, we got a bunch of money. We got our armor, but casually, you probably won't have the money unless you really grind for all the good armor. And even with that good armor, getting to the next town is a real pain. That was a really encounter. It does the Dragon Warrior thing where crossing the bridge, you're in a really bad pool of enemies. But yeah, oh, that's another thing. The stat ups are fixed in this game. The level 5 Ryu can't one-shot those Gon enemies. Or Beaks. I can't remember what the name is in this game. So yeah, a level 6 Ryu every time will kill a level 6 or not a level 6 Beak. It'll just kill it outright. But from a routing standpoint, that's very nice to be consistent. All right, let's make it there. We are looking for the one that looks like bat wings. Ooh, ooh. We done if we don't. We done unless he dodges. Dodge. No. Oh. That's sad. It also hurts me. So I'm gonna be getting more bugged weapons for our other characters. We affected character in slot 6, Sten. When I get to the new town, I'm gonna be affecting the character in slot 5, which is Nina. And then over time, I'm gonna be slowly building that up. When it comes to Cat, the item that you're referencing changes over time. And that's based on some factors like time, character stats, specifically luck. And what can happen with Cat in particular is that it can reference the mirror If it references the mirror and I turn it in, the game soft locks. That's very bad. I have a way that even if that happens, I'll have a safety save. Oh, okay, so we gotta sell. I'm saying no to selling the urchin, so my default cursor gets placed on the urchin. Okay, and ranger. Okay, so we bought cast some weapons and armor there. As I was saying, if I reference the mirror, I can't get the weapon or the glitch weapon, the cat, and I won't be able to do that for a very long time. Chances are, chances go up for that to happen if it takes me longer to get to that part of the game. So the fact that I died there, there's a better chance that I get that glitch weapon or the bad item, the mirror. Words are tough, folks. That's Rand. He tells us that we might be able to find or I guess our character thinks that they can find the person of interest in this tournament, but the only way to enter the tournament would apparently be this Bubba person, so we're gonna go look for said Bubba. Doing safety save there, that way we can death warp back to the church. Again, go into specific tiles to use the smokes because I have to wait until the old one runs away or runs out. Speaking of running away, we're gonna be doing that in what I dub the Forest of Death. This place is very nasty. Like for myself or anyone that ever wants to speedrun this game, once you get to a certain point where any run you could take in PB is what I'm trying to say. Once you're past all that, the first hour is very volatile because of this place and some other things. It's very frustrating to get a really good run going. But you're gonna see that once I'm out of the first hour, there's no more gonna be this place is rough, this is rough. So that bear that just critted me, that's the only thing he can do. He's either gonna crit or miss. It's kind of like a fun program. It's like a spell, but it's not. And then you might be asking, well, why aren't you just killing them? You've killed everything else. Well, the harpies take 2 hits to kill. The bugbear takes 3 hits to kill. Now, on top of that, the harpy can cast Cure 1 twice. Force of Death, yo. Good. I say good. Now I'll have to kind of wean the smokes. Not a big deal. It's not like my step route is off forever. Eventually I'll be walking around town and it'll wear off and I'll just do my normal thing. Yeah, just kill him. Trees are not terrific. The trees here, funny enough, can cast Spark, which is a fire spell. Does 30-ish damage. I don't remember if I got the gold. No, I didn't. Not. Fine. It takes 5 hits. I know I'm doing spark and kill me. He got scared with me healing. Yeah, we're gonna be picking up the gold here. The gold is used for fishing bait. It attracts the fish merchant. There's Spark. Alright, hopefully we can make it there now. Thank you, game. Very kind. Yeah, it's about a 10 to 15% run chance in here. Hello, Bubba. We'll heal. Alright, it takes 9 hits to kill Bubba. You can crit. Or, I mean counterattack. You can counterattack. He does have a good variance in his damage rolls as well. So it can be tough to fight him efficiently. By which I mean, I want to set up for a death warp after this. I'm just being overcautious, even though I think he's dead. Oh, he's definitely. Yeah. He gives us his axe. And it's proof that we're Bubba. I guess. I don't really get it. We don't even use the axe in battle. So that plant thing there is another part of the nastiness. That plant can put you to sleep in this game. And as with many of the classic games from this era, being put to sleep, you won't wake up on a random turn. The only way to wake up is if you get physically hit. That's really bad, especially like paired with that bugbear where the only hit it does is a crit. A weird guy and a pretty girl. That's all Ram wanted. A fight between a weird guy and a pretty girl. That's all we all want. That's Coliseum music. Always loved this theme too. Alright, Going in for an interview. The Director of Human Resources will take matters into his hands. Education, hobby, talent. Oh, you had to high roll me, man. Takes 5 hits. The dodge? Dodge what cursed this run? That was a high roll too. I was gonna say, don't do it, game. So yeah, we get told that the opponent's gonna be a female. Look, it was a different time. But the scenario has been written. Cruel man Bubba tortures a girl and kills her. So the fight's rigged. We're learning that there's a poison needle that's gonna be shot. Or bribed a little bit of money. The help BL. Yeah, it helps. It's a 100 HP heal. Again, the translation is very bad in this game. Like the healing, the items just don't match up with the other Breathfire games, which was very unfortunate for myself and anyone else that this was their first Breathfire game and try and play another ones where you're like, what the heck is this? Ammonia, which is a resurrection of a different game. Yeah, and that chest is a 1,000 bucks. We're just gonna leave in there. Rain here, he takes all your money. We tell him that there's gonna be this poison needle, and he's like, "Oh no!" He says he'll go buy needles. We actually gave him like 50 grand there. But yeah, he could buy a lot of antidotes. And that's Cat over there. And this is her staff. I hope we don't see her wipe the cat, but she is very mean. And since the game has this plot point of like, the game's so mean at times. It's like, here's $1,000. You really need this, but we're gonna put this right in front of the cutscene where you're gonna give up all your money, and you're more than likely gonna say, "Hey, like, I want this chest before anything else." Cat takes 13 hits. She won't counterattack in this battle. She will become a party member later on. She can counterattack. Only her and Ryu can do that. But she has a high crit rate, and her damage variance is great. She can hit as hard as 34 damage, and she's critting right off the bat with a high roll. Wonderful. Okay, good. She didn't crit. And that was a high roll. Thanks, Cat. Someone didn't get catnip today. So she can taunt, as seen there. Taunt will reduce her, or has a chance to reduce her strength to 1. In that case, it failed. After this battle, you have to you kind of have a choice. If you can keep her healthy by pushing her out of the way, which we're gonna do that, so we have her for the next boss battle. If you don't push her out of the way, she's injured and you just have to fight the next boss with yourself and with Rand. Yeah, Rand's gonna join us. If you wipe here, it's like 4-minute hit because you have to like watch all the cutscenes. That's what I was trying to explain a bit ago. I did poorly. I have not been counting. Oh, well, there we go. I knew we were close. And so yeah. We succeeded. Yeah, we bought all that armor and a weapon for her for this next battle. Oh yeah, the game changes our name to Bubba for the next little part. Yeah, because we were going in this tournament as Bubba. It's funny, right? Like, everyone knows Bubba fights every year, so everyone should know what Bubba looks like, and yet, that's not the case. Not so much the case. I'm gonna move a couple items here. We did get a fire rock a little bit ago in the mountain. We're saving that for the next dungeon. It's the best place to use it, as much as it would be nice to use it on camp. August is a nasty encounter casually. Again, the revival item costs $500 and money is not easy in this game. And it's not hard for this guy to kill someone. August will take 2 actions of battle. There's actually no one else like that in the game. Oh, we just saw the mythical counter crit there. Double counter crit, wow. Instead of trying to keep our characters topped off, I just go for trying to, win the revive Ryu. Yeah, use the fire rock now. The time is now to use it. Well, we'll try to heal Kitty. It's nice if Cat lives this battle. Lots of crits today on this fight. Of course. Why can't we have nice things? Alright, so yeah, August can save strength and the next hit will be a crit. Hopefully he goes after Rand. Yeah, the main character is Ryu. Oh, we'll just attack with everyone. So yeah, this guy mentioned something about God and seed and I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Neither does Ran. Apparently, it was possessed by a demon. So, like, yeah, Cat's like, "What do I do?" And Ran's just like, "Go home." She's like, "I don't have a home." But we saved her. She wants to join. Ran, he's bored. He wants to come. If you start the game and you don't do anything, the game will kind of go through some screens and you'll see what each character is kind of doing before the game takes place. Cat is in this coliseum trying to fight off boredom. Ran, he says goodbye to his mom, goes off to fight boredom. Yeah, Ran's field ability allows him to roll, which is very quick movement. You can also avoid encounters while you're rolling. The only drawback to that is that there's a 50% chance after you get knocked out of the roll that you will get into an encounter. So yeah, Ran and Cat were in slots 3 and 4, so we couldn't get the bugged weapons. But Ran's actually going to be leaving the party soon here. And then, so the technical mumbo jumbo to this is that right now the party looks like this. It's Ran, or Ryu, Cat, Ran. That's 1, 2, 3. Nina was in 4, but she bumped up, or sorry, she was in 5. She bumped up to 4. Now that Ran's leaving the party, he's gonna go to spot 5 by the time Nina's in the party. I just love how Cat drags Ryu. So yeah, Bo's like, I don't repairs, like Ran can help, but I don't know about Cat, and so it's just brought up like, go get the real thief. Ryu's name was also mentioned there, and they're like, oh, you're Ryu, not Bubba. So we won't be called Bubba anymore. And the game doesn't give you a hint, but you gotta go hometown for the next plot point. And we see the number 1 waifu's getting harassed. Oh, that's right. I threw the gauntlet down. Take that, Cat fans. Yeah, this is a magic school. Cat, our kitty wants to learn magic. Ironically, Cat actually learns like all the good like tier 3 spells, or I should say most of them, and she learns them at a very low level. She just doesn't have the ability points to cast them. And it's not until very late game and with her shaman form she's even able to do that. But she is a war goddess, and casting magic with her at that point is a sin. That's not mushroom green. That's not blue. Yeah, we learned that the Joker gang has captured Nina's sister, Mina, who is the one that we helped out at the beginning of the game. So we're gonna help out Nina. All right. We don't smoke there, we smoke over here. I smoke near this tree. Yeah, there's the monster icon near inventory at the top of the screen in the middle. If he's purple, smoke's in effect, otherwise he's green. If the monster... This is another thing the game doesn't explain to you. If the monster's moving, that means there's monsters in the area. If he's asleep, then there's no encounters. The only exception being Trout's house later on. Yeah, as I was saying, Cat is a very good melee character. She's a glass cannon. She doesn't get too much use in the speedrun. She does for like the middle third of the game, but then it kind of trails off. Here we have to put our hand in the hole and then we're gonna get poisoned. Fire just has 200 HP and then the hoods, I don't know what they have. Oh no, kitty. It's rare to get crit in this fight. Not a big deal if either one of these characters were dead. Oh, might as well let the kitty get some XP. You only can pet the spider in Breathfire 2 if you want to get poisoned. So we'll be poisoned here. No random counters on this floor. We'll condense our menu to here. Antidotes, heal up, smoke. So hopefully we can avoid encounters here, but usually I get into a fight or two. They're quite slow here. Of course. When we're already going slow, no encounters. If you're on a good pace, there would be encounters. No random encounters in this room, but we do have to fight this hood. Yeah, don't touch her. Yeah, so the Joker's doing some threats to Nina. Of course, we're going to intervene. We're going to have one more encounter before the boss. This encounter's with 4 hoods. We've fought several hoods now. They take a few hits to defeat. The bigger issue with this fight is that if one is dead, they have like a 60% chance to revive after every round of combat. One does. And since they take several hits, it's just a bad combination. So we're going to use that Fire Rock. Fire Rock is a spell. It's Fireball. It's a one-time use. We'll see a lot of Fire Rocks later on. And after that, we get a heal. So Nina has the bugged weapon that I've been talking a lot about at the beginning of the run, or was. Excuse me, sorry. Again, this bugged weapon has 64 attack power, has twin attack and the holy element to it. You need to either change a piece of equipment or win a battle for the attack power to update. So I'm gonna change up a piece of equipment in this battle. So the attack power updates. Now Joker has 580 health. I don't need reuse damage, I just need Cat and Nina. Interesting thing with twin hit, if it crits the first time, it's always a guaranteed crit the second. But if it doesn't crit the first time, the game will do a roll to see if it crits the next time. So that works in our favor. No, Nina's not supposed to be hidden hard. The 64 attack power carries a lot for like a third of the game, and then once about a third way through, halfway through, character strengths are just not keeping up. The enemy defenses start going up, and it just doesn't quite hold the value on everyone. It'll last a little bit longer with Cat and Sten. The bigger thing is that Rand, the game doesn't give them weapons with high attack powers. So at 64, it's Rand's second strongest weapon. And Rand will have such a high strength by the end game that he's just going to become a Godslayer. So he goes from like an okay, like kind of lower on the melee damage to just outright godly. Speaking from casually to this. No random counters here, so I'm gonna again reduce my menus by consolidating here. With Mina saved, Joker defeated, we offered to escort him back to Windia. We get into a fight here, it's not a big deal with Nina having the bugged weapon. One of the enemies you can get in a fight with there is a spirit enemy. Spirit taking half damage from anything except for holy. Again, running away in this game it's impossible. Yeah, with 3 characters, you go from having 2 party formations, being one being normal, one being defense, or 1 scramble, 1 defense, to having normal, scramble, and parallel. Parallel I never use. And then with four characters, you get defense. What I will say is that scramble formation will always give you the highest like offense modifiers, like for the most characters. And I'm just gonna speak on 4 characters because it's what I have memorized. But with 4 characters, you have a +1, 0. So characters 1, 2, 3 is 1, 1, 0. And again, that means that if you're in like a +1 formation, you're doing 20% more damage, but you're taking 20% more. but you just have more characters doing like higher offense. Where defense, the lead character's in the 0 state and then everyone's in negative state, so you just have a defense bonus. The other neat thing the game doesn't tell you is that the closer you are to the front of the party is also the odds of being attacked. And I'll speak on 4 characters, and we're about to have our 4th character here. So with 4, like the lead character has a 50% chance to be targeted, and then like the last character has a 1 in 16 chance. I don't know how many steps got up there. So in general, it's best to have casters in the back and then your melee tanky characters up front. That girl. Yeah, you get told that this place is a maze. It's not really that mazy. If you talk to the people here, they sound crazy. They speak of a child with black wings and about bad times in the Omen. Mina here saying that everyone's gonna be so excited that you're finally home, Nina. So apparently Nina hasn't been home in a very long time. And we just heard the soldier say, who are you? And yeah, this is the royal family, the royal castle, and they're all saying that Mina doesn't have a sister. There is no Nina. And Mother also brushes this off. Oh, very odd. They say, like, don't use our castle again. If you want to cross the land, like, use the gap in the south. Yeah, Cat compliments Nina's black wings, saying they're beautiful, and we go on our way. We'll get closure later on. But for now, we have monkey magic. We have Sten here, the magic monkey Pokemon that no one likes. Sten is a weaker version of Cat, doing slightly less offense at being slightly more tanky than Cat, but not tanky enough to really matter. Where you just always see Sten doing disappointing damage and still dying, all the same. Yeah, apparently he sent us to another dimension. And ladies are not happy about this. You do have to respect Sten. He's just like, yeah, I'm actually a bachelor, lady. You know, I can bring him back if we were to go on a date. So we beat up Sten and he insists on joining us, and that's wonderful. Here we're gonna do a few glitch weapons. I'm gonna begin a glitch weapon for Rand, and going for Rand, you also get some money, because at the beginning of the game we were getting a bunch of money because it was referencing the nature whip, and like 12 of them. This time it's referencing that nature whip, but it's like 8 or 9. We'll get like 60,000. I'm just gonna get up to like 6. There we go. Alright, so that got a weapon to Ran. Now I'm going to put Ryu in slot 2. And this is going to affect Bo. So I can get him a weapon. I'm going to give him actually the vanilla extract. So I'm going to turn in 4 urchins. You can actually change the amount you turn in on that menu. And then we're going to get one for Jean. This is more of a marathon thing. I'll explain the vanilla extract later of why I want that. Lastly, I could affect Spar there. Spar I could have affected in slot 4. The only reason I got a bunch of glitch money, even though we have a bunch in the bank there, is it's just easy to do. And since, well, I won't even word it that Rand took all our money. In a little bit, we're gonna need like a good amount of money for Semaphore. And but we're gonna be doing lots of death warps, so I'm gonna be losing most of that money. Alternatively, I could go to the bank, but that also takes up a few steps. Off. Yeah, while Cat doesn't have the glitch weapon, I keep her closer to the front because she can one-hit the goblins, which is the enemy we already fought. I'll be moving her shortly here. Wow, antidote. This town's called Captain. You talk around, you learn that some children fell into a well. There was no Lassie, but there was Ray. Ray is purging the monsters, fighting off everything. I guess there's only one child in here. These Creons are quite nasty casually. They often do egg beater, which is a double attack for the enemy. Again, another goofy translation. There it is. It also has high defense. Again, it looks like nothing when compared to like bugged weapons. And quite a bit of HP. Yeah, we offer the help ray. But this Creon's gonna be too much for him. No random encounters in here. We have a chance to be A, blocked by this creature and not be able to get on this island. There's also a chance to avoid this encounter, but it's quite hard to do. 90, all right. Yes. So boss time. This this is mean of the game. Another mean thing. Terrapin. Terrapin has 1300 health. He has way more health than anything that we're gonna see in anytime soon. He also uses several AoE attacks. We don't have any means to AoE heal. And it's just, it's horrible. Enough. But with the moon drop, we have unlimited group heals. So we're gonna see the item. So yeah, using the bugged weapon, it does not consume the item. The moon drop is the item. And I mentioned the vanilla extract. So the vanilla extract is a 120 group heal and doesn't heal the status ailment. But the thing with the moon drop is that it also, technically what it does is remove any status effect, and that includes the beneficial buffs like attack up and defense up. And at the end of the game, we're going to be using attack up a lot. No! Waifu-chan! So using the moon drop at any moment is not good, so we'll be using that vanilla extract quite a bit. Don't do it, Ryu. No, a crit again? Oof. Oof. Good dodge, Nina. That thing's just such a sponge. I misspoke a little bit ago when I said several kids were in the well. What really ends up happening is after this that we learn that there's several townspeople down here now trying to get the little kid out of here. I guess it's a mini game-ish where there's, I believe it's 6 villagers, and depending on how many you save, you can unlock these other, well, I guess you keep them alive so that there's more carpenters. The home that Bo's at right now, it's gonna become a town. And so there's 3 different carpenters, and you can get different house styles. The default's the cooking, and I will be cooking later on, but really you don't have to cook. I'm just gonna be cooking a defense item for endgame, a safety item. In the house styles here, like this one above us, that's one house, and then there's a tree house. Okay, equip. We're gonna equip bad armor so we can def warp better here. So yeah, at this part of the game wants you to go back to Township, which is the ruins. Oh, let's just do it this way. Actually, no, this. Yeah, because Ray wants to give us a reward. Oh, I guess that's another part of that minigame, aside from the carpenter. It will dictate your reward. I forget if it's all of them or if it's like 4 villagers, but the quote better reward, which is renew, you need to save that many villagers. Otherwise your reward is cure 2, for us in the speedrun, the Cure 2 is actually the better reward. We have all the money we want for healing items. And it's just faster to not have to save people, sadly. Oh, and if you might recall, the last time I actually technically saved the game was at the church. But when I came back with Cat and ran, it actually changed my bind, my save point to this town. We just need to leave and come back in, and you can see the graphics updated, or the house. So we're gonna give that to Nina. Nina just has a lot of ability points, and she just can get the most out of Cure 2. Cure 2 is more also for an inventory management standpoint, where I don't have to carry as many healing items. Alright, we're gonna take Nina, Sten, Ran. This is the first time that we can kick Cat out of the party to give her a bugged weapon. I have a feeling I'm going to get the mirror and I'm not going to be able to get the bugged weapon with her. If that's the case, then it doesn't change up much for me, other than I'm not familiar with it, and it's going to make a few areas a little bit longer. I might not be as chatty. Yeah, Ray is a really good, outstanding guy. You know, I wish nothing but the best for him. I wish he was a party member. Oh, we want to go here. Alright, so I'm going to do a safety save here. My death warps are going to matter, but as I just mentioned, sometimes the game will change your bind spot, and shortly after this, it's going to change the bind spot. So it's okay to safety save here. I know for a long time people thought you couldn't do that. So if we get the mirror, no weapon for Cat for now. I'll get one for later on. So I'm just saying no to selling the urchin so it changes the target. Yep, see there's the mirror. If I would hit A, it would soft lock. That's just something as a runner you can get a feel for when the run's not going good. It's like the game just punishes you for not having a good time. Oh, and then I punished myself. Oh, but no. My mojo's all off. Shouts to this world theme, by the way. I love it. Yeah. The game's again. It's 50% chance for to get an encounter after a bonk, and the game's being very kind to me today in that regard. Alright, so we see this lady, she wants to play with Ryu. Sounds like fun. Guinea pig. Yeah, so Granny's like, you flirted with him! How could you? So deplorable. She's like, okay, it's okay. We're experimenting with uniting. You know, you and I become one. you're familiar at all with Breathfire 1, you know that there's a fusion system. In this game, it's what I call nerfed. And I say nerfed because there's 6 shamans in total. There's only 2 that you get from like mandatory. One being the fire shaman, Sana here. Another being the wind shaman. And it's not until like very late game, near end game, that you get enough shamans to like unlock new fusions. You can fuse with like 1 or 2, and sometimes they'll augment a character's stats. It doesn't do enough to move the needle for us in the speedrun. There's other challenges with the shamans. Certain cutscenes will cancel all shaman forms, and then you have to go back to Granny's house to refuse. Going down the critical HP or dying cancels the shaman form. So like the large dungeons at the end of the game, like if you lose your fusion, like there's no way to like refuse it on the fly. Okay, we made it. So the game reset my bind spot here in Captain because Ryu just had that solo section. So after some plot here about you know, we destroyed her house, she needs a new house, Granny's gonna take over the house over there for their little fusions. We're gonna death warp to get back to Captain. So casually you have to like do the long haul back and forth 3 times between Captain and Township, but we're able to get away with 2 death warps, which is very nice. Well, even though I wasn't able to get a bugged weapon for Cat, I'm gonna put her in the party. And Nina ran. Alright, now we're just going for the bonk for 50% chance to get in a fight. There we go. We're gonna do that death warp. Oh, well, sorry, Nina. Well, hopefully they don't attack Cat and... What? What am I missing? That was weird. So yeah, the attack part didn't update for Ann. No, kitty, don't get up. Yeah, there's the recolor fusions that was mentioned in chat. Those also get diffused, sadly. I'm still a little bit confused with Rand. Oh wow. Okay, something super rare happened. I didn't get into any fights with Rand going all the way back to here. And I must have also had a lead off when I did. That's why his weapon didn't update. That one was really bogged. I thought I screwed up and didn't get the weapon on him, but I saw him hit twice. Alright, we're gonna save the game here. We're gonna be death warping back to here. Again, the game started off, we were just rescue rangers. Got a pet. And then our puppy got in trouble. We're just trying to find the real thief. But we're just been on one wacky side adventure after another. And that's gonna continue here. We're gonna meet Jean. And he's not a suspicious frog. He had a curse put on him. By the Wicked Witch. Bonjour, traveler. I am not a suspicious man, I am Jean. S'il vous plaît. We're gonna roll on over to the witches. Now, one day I might be able to roll good. Game. Yeah, it'd be really nice if Kat had the weapon, but she doesn't. We'll make do. We could have brought Sten, but it's just nice to get the XP on Kat here. We had to have Ryu in the lead here. We need to win 2 fights. If you get a lead off like we did there, it will count as victory. It can take more than 2 fights. It's random. And there certainly have been runs and times where it's been 8-10 fights. Just like that roach earlier. Normally it's none or 1, and then he seemed the gut throw like 8 times, so hopefully the curse run doesn't continue. If you were here at the beginning, you saw that Ryu dodged Barberry's attack, which made this officially a curse run. Yeah, so we're at 3 right now. So we're already over. Oh no, that's 4 fights. The curse run continues. At least we're getting lead off. Okay, not too cursed. No random counters here, but once we get up here, there will be some. So yeah, we're gonna see statues around here. The water shaman's here. You can't get her until afterwards, but we won't be coming back for her. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we will be using one shaman form. It used to be Kat's shaman form, or sorry, it used to be Nina's shaman form. We would go get the holy shaman and use Nina's angel form to banish our way through the final dungeon. But we got different tech now. We're going to be using Devil Cat instead. It's a good fight to get a lead off. Since there's 5 enemies there, it just takes a while. Oh yeah, we also unlocked dragon powers through that witch cutscene. The fusion got canceled with Ryu. Wow, very nice luck with the lead off. So the dragons in this game got nerfed from the first one. In the first one, you would cast a dragon spell and you would stay a dragon for the entire fight, and it didn't cost all your AP, and it was very nice. In this game, you cast a spell, the puppy spell, Well, they still have their weak armor on there. That's why they're getting hit so hard. The puppy spell's doing 256 damage. And there's a fire, lightning, and cold. We'll see 2 puppies in this run. We'll condense this menu up here. I guess I made it this far with the weaker. I'm gonna want that weaker armor again a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't bite me. Okay. Point taken. Curse does something. It makes it so you don't like counterattack crit as much. Not a big deal. It's not as cursed as this run. Good job, Rand. These guys are quite nasty. They hit hard, have a double attack. Oh, you're poison, right? Here we go. Now we get to fight him. Well, thank you for dodging. I hope Ran crits. No. Alright, no more fights. Ryu's tired dying. Game really wants to prove me wrong at every turn today. Not Ran. Armadillomon. Oh yeah, so XP is a unique thing in this game. If a wow, jeez, so many. If a character's dead at the end of the battle, it does not mean more XP for the other characters. So in short, it's not worth having dead characters. If the enemy is worth 5 XP, when you defeat said enemy with one character, you see 1 XP or 5 XP at the end of the battle. And then if you win with a party of 4, Instead of seeing 5 XP, you see 20 XP, but the 20 XP is divided by the 4 characters. Geez, that was painful. The witch here she'll use some magic. She can attack. The thing that we really hope not to see is that she can put you to sleep. And again, in this game, you won't wake up on a random turn. And since she generally uses magic, it's hard to get woken up. She will physically attack, but tends to be on the rare side. Gonna use a puppy spell. Oh. Good job, Ran. Woohoo! I'm so beautiful! Woohoo! She's over. Turns out Jean, just pretty girl needs to kiss Jean and he'll turn back to normal. Won't be a frog anymore. That's good. Good. Of course, now that I want to get an encounter for a death warp, I won't. See you later. You know what? I better just save the game here. Probably unneeded. So we have two beautiful ladies with us. Either Kat or Nina can do the kiss. Technically it's a little bit faster with Nina, but I dare not make my waifu kiss. Also, it was a faster menu to get to Kat. Like how she just uses tackle kiss here. Rivet? Rivet. Don't ask what happens in the forest. He's still a frog, but not a giant frog. No, can't. Yeah, so our little home upgrade to a town, weirdly called township. We're gonna go to the secret spot here, where we're gonna unlock the dragon spells. So the puppies did 256 damage to one enemy. The dragons do 512 to all enemies. They're technically non-elemental, even though they say thunder, ice and fire. I'll be using the Thunder Dragon just because it has the fastest cast animation. Cool. Not mandatory. I certainly didn't know about those spells casually when I was playing the game. So this Wildcat restaurant. Coming here now will give us a reward. The reward, this is more of a marathon thing. I've also thought about rounding this back in. We're going to begin the 15 HP buff, which is technically a worse reward. Actually, I don't know what I know here. The 15 HP buff we really want for Ryu and Cat. It helps Nina as well. No. Crit from Jean? Yeah, so we are not keeping our item, or we like turned in all our items here, but we don't have any revival items, nor do we have armor. So yeah, we're gonna be reduced to 1 HP here, and I'm gonna play this fight a little bit safer. If we didn't come here now, we could come here later. We would still have to do this fight. You just don't get the reward. I'm just gonna double. So by having both characters do a moon drop, I could guarantee that we're gonna get the revival here. That chop there is a non-elemental damage that does roughly 60 damage. That would have been the reward if we didn't like. It's based on mood. This mini game, I guess I'm gonna word it as a mini game. So the better mood you are, or have with the Wildcat, the better the reward. Chop is nice for casual play. There we go. Achoo. We're gonna say yes, no. Yes, we're mad. And we say no, we won't forgive you. And then we'll say yes. And that just lowered the mood there. We ate the food and it was good. Plus 15% H, or not 15%, 15 HP. Yeah, this run long ago used to get Chop, and it would use it on the garden in Farm Town, because it was thought that was like how you defeat the Rock, because the Rock has really high defense. But then I came along, I was like, you can use magic on that Rock. And then the rest is history. Chop was no longer needed. Yeah, here at Semafort, the Jean that we were with claims that he was the prince, but this Jean says that he's the prince. Then he apologizes and asks us to leave. So we will do just that. And this is Patate, Jean's sister. I don't know. Too heavy. She might not be able to do this. Eve Ho! You did it! That's good. Listen to her story. Alright, we're gonna overhear that these two mention that... Boy, the real Jean showed up. Who would have thought that? So yeah, the next bit of the game is going to be about dispelling that there's an imposter here. And this quote leader here doesn't realize that there is an imposter. It's not explained well in the game. Maybe the retranslation does a better job, but by the end of it, what is said is that, you know, Jean was just a little too carefree and everyone was just kind of whatever when he left. And then your father, you just see that he's senile, and that's why he just didn't pick up that there was an imposter. I also love that, you know, Nina's in the water there. She's a bird, she can't swim. Yeah, Patate's asking that if we can help, we're gonna agree. She gives us this item called gills that allows us to breathe in water, but the game does note that it's only shallow water, so that actually does come up kind of later on in the game where there's another dungeon you're underwater, but I guess the water's too deep there for this item to work. So for the bug weapons and the money at the beginning of the game, I've been using what's known as the switch glitch, and that's with the accessory. You can also duplicate armor and weapons, so that's what I'm going to do here. We just picked up the socket armor, so we're going to duplicate that. I'm going to make it as my default cursor here. That allows us to do this. Yes. Do my inventory all weird here. Good. We want the crossbow, and then we want this, and then we want this. Okay. Very good. Over where Jean is being held. He's being held captive. And yeah, I hope you like this music. This wonderful 10-second loop. Unusual guy, but he draws well. Oh, we're just gonna drag in the jailer here. I love that he's like, if you want to see him, you have to kill me. Do you want to kill me? And we're like, yeah. Of course. We're over. Yeah, so we're learning here that John he's like, can I help you? And we're like, oh, well, we're here to help you. And he's like, oh, okay, well, let me finish this painting so I can give it to you as a token of my thanks. But John's just fine being normal John. In fact, he says that here. But Potato doesn't want that. And she's crying. That's so sad. And John's just like, you should save the tears for the man that you love. And it's brought up that there's the one and only royal ring that would prove Jean's heritage or royalty. Not heritage. Lineage. There we go. You know, it makes you always think that you mashed extra text there. It just repeats itself. Yeah, Jean mentions that he gave the royal ring to the witch. That's Nymphu. Again, before you start the game, you see random cutscenes, and the one you see of Jean is he's chasing around the witch in her tower. So he pretty much had what was coming to him. Okay, we're gonna switch up the party here. Well, we're also gonna save. Yes, and ran. Also stay tonight. I'm not the regular runner? I don't know. And yeah, we would, since we already did this area, we can go through. We learned that Nymphu is praying to the porcelain god, the great toilet son. Turns out she dropped the royal ring into the toilet. You will now see what lurks behind or underneath your toilet. Spoilers, this is not the first toilet that we're going to go into. And Nymphu was like, why did you guys go in there? And she's like, what do you mean royal reign? Like, no one gives something so cool and amazing to someone like me. With this, we'll be able to prove that Jean is the real prince and everything will be dandy. Yeah, we see lots of worms and flies around here. Those are cooking ingredients. They're frogs. They eat stuff like that. Jean just always trying Patate's patience, saying you should try not to be so hysterical all the time. Show him the royal ring. Hola. Or ta-da. But wait. That John has a royal ring too. Oh no. 2 royal rings. And Potate's like, Daddy, do something. And he snaps out of his little nap here to say, you know, when's dinner? I got better things to deal with. In-fly puddings mentioned. It turns out that John knows a really famous good cooking recipe of fly pudding. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get cooking ingredients for Jean. Oh, I know the mean god that you're talking about. Yeah, Glitchless is, I think he's got the time down. I think it's just over, like, it's like 1 hour and 15 minutes more than, it's really incredible how well you can complete the run with Glitchless. The big thing for Glitchless is like where this category needs like the first hour to go well, like Glitchless needs like the first 1.5 hours to go really well. Like after Terrapin, it gets a lot easier and better. Ooh, man. No, I got you. Yeah, for a marathon, you're certainly correct. Oh, Too much of my pain of this area of casually. There's a few story triggers here. You have to know to come all the way up here to talk to this frog, and then you have to talk to his girlfriend. Then you have to also go back up to the roof there and ride the buckets down. It's quite painful, especially with this wonderful music that plays. Love the sumo wrestler outfit there. He's gonna mention some money here after we, you know, I guess we saved him, but we don't need that money. But it's a good amount to get casually. It's along the wall here, right there actually. Yeah, hop down the buckets. I love the Go Fly here. You were a fool to think you could catch me. You're not good enough to catch me, you scum. You're not thinking of trying to catch me, are you? You rats! Great. We can't win here. We just have to endure 4 rounds of combat. It's just faster to run away. Stop hitting catch, it's gonna eventually counterattack. Sten's got bad armor on. He's changing that here. Okay. Yeah, not having Cat's bugged weapon here will make things a little bit slower, but again, it's not the end of the world. We do hope to get, and I should have switched the targets here. We hope to get a gold drop here from these mimics. And the reason I said I should have switched targets is that these enemies can both drop an item. But the thing is, if I kill this poltergeist last, if they both drop an item, the poltergeist item will override the mimic's treasure. That'd be sad. Spiders. Spiders don't drop gold. Alright, and then after this, we should hopefully not have any more encounters. We're going to be fighting the giant worm here. I don't know why it's called J Worm. The worm will we'll always use sleep the first turn. Hopefully it won't make everyone go to sleep. We're going to be aiming to do 2 dragons and 1 attack from Sten. We'll just have Cat do that. Oh wow. Rare, but nice. No one went to sleep. So it'll be easy. So yeah, the wisdom fruit restores 20 AP, but it also costs 20 health. Makes some things a challenge. In battle, that 20 HP will kill you. Outside of battle, it'll leave you at 1 HP. That's our first ingredient of the 3 that we're going to be collecting here. No, I didn't switch to scramble. Again, defense formation, we're not hitting as hard. The Poltergeist spirit enemy, so it takes double damage from Holy. And ran this crit. Here again. Yeah, in the kind of background things, Nina, we need to be like level. Oh, nice! I got the gold. That'll save me 2 to 4 minutes later on. Nina, we need to be level 12 by the end of a certain dungeon, so we can have the spell exit. Sten, ideally, we want him to be level 13 before a certain area. Cat and Rand we're gonna be using like most of the game, so any XP that they can pick up is nice. Lots of fights today. But we're never gonna sit and like grind XP. There's one area where you're forced to do a bunch of fights. Hopefully we can this encounter hail soon. Usually after this you're not fighting too many. But yeah, we certainly got lots of fights in this room today. It's other fun facts. The game, there's no RNG manip, at least not known to this time. This game uses, it's frame-based RNG. That's tough. Okay, no more random encounters, but you can get into encounters with these roaches, so you can see it coming. There's a balance here of like trying to wait for these roaches and just fighting them. They're quick fights. Leave our monkey alone. I would say 2 roaches for these rooms is kind of the average. 1 being kind of like really good luck. Oh, now see, now I'm getting punished because the one I didn't realize the one from down below. It'd be going a lot faster if Cat had her bugged weapon. Oh, after battle, it clumped up our characters. Yeah, just let's get this over with. Monkey, no. We will revive him. Fly just taunts us. We're done waiting game. After this room, it'll be like back to back with the boss fights. So, almost done here. Okay. Jeez, they're playing hardball today, yo. No, well, it worked out there at least. Did Ryu? So sometimes I have to pay attention if Ryu levels up. I haven't really talked about it, but the dragon spells, you need full AP to do max damage, otherwise it diminishes. Since Cat doesn't have a bugged weapon, I'm gonna this roach is easy, but it does have quite a bit of hit points at 2,000 compared to the 580 on that worm. With Cat having a bugged weapon, it just kind of works out the bash this thing, but we'll do an extra dragon. And the thing with using a dragon is that it puts Ryu's AP at 0. So while Ran would have done more damage than Cat, he's slower than Ryu, so I can have the fruit put on Ryu right after casting a dragon. And that allowed Ryu his next turn to use a dragon, where Cat is faster than Ryu. It wouldn't work out that nicely. Alright, so we're gonna fight the gold fly here, finally defeating it. Fly's weak to wind. Bomb is actually a wind-based element. So between bomb and dragon, we're gonna defeat the fly. And do a death warp here. Good job, Ran. Sten. He did things. Alright, and we can finally wrap up all of this with some good old cooking. We found very fine ingredients. This is gonna turn out amazing. I hope. Pancakes, shrimp, and more shrimp. That's ham. Yeah. But yeah, the head chef's gonna love this food. He's gonna make a comment that he couldn't have cooked it better than himself. Well, if you were paying attention that it was the chef and his cronies that were cooking the dishes. John's giving off his menu. He mentions that he learned these recipes from the chef all long ago, and the chef's like, no you didn't. And the chef does have a few problems with our dishes, mentioning that the worm was too giant, the roach was too old, but the goldfly pudding is delicious. It's a delicacy. We might have made that goldfly extinct, but for one time, the pudding was so tasty. And yeah, so Potate's not having it. The imposter was declared the winner, but we asked for the father, the king, and he says, "From where I'm staying, the one on the left, if you're not satisfied, taste the dishes yourself." So he declared Arjan the winner. It's awful. Pooey. So bad. And he says with the goldfly pudding, it tastes awful, but I'll have another bite. So we're asked to eat the cooking and to eat it all. Fun fact, if you have a female lead here, it still says he. This game is not well made. So yeah, the thought of the ingredients, cockroaches, worms, and flies, makes your character vomit. And Potates, she's done it. She's going Vegeta mode. She's gonna blow up this entire castle with the device in the basement. And finally the chef comes clean saying, like, please go save them. Like kick this guy's butt. This is kind of frustrating to know to come in here to this bathroom to click the switch. If you wipe on this fight, it's even more infuriating, where you have to go to the windmill to the top. That door doesn't reset the elevator there. Kuadora here. At 2 different HP thresholds, one at half health and then half of the half or 3/4, he'll end all remaining turns. But we do have a setup to kind of try to bypass one of those triggers, so the battle's only interrupted once. This Kamikaze BL will cast Typhoon. It does a nice 100-ish damage to be consistent damage. Shimmy hits all characters here. Oh, I forgot to change Cat's equipment then. Fruit. Just heal up to be safe. Alright, that was canceling all remain turns. And I didn't put Cat's good armor on there. I'm not used to having to strip her since she didn't have the bug weapon. There it is. You mentioned something about God granting him special powers, blah blah blah. He activates the machine here. The world's gonna end. John says no, no, no. Turns out there was no explosion here. There's just the sacred treasure of this castle. I can't think of the name of it. It's a weapon that Ryu and Jean can use. It's actually a pretty good weapon. It's got the holy element. It has the ability Toasty, which can proc. It's a 1/16 chance to kill like a trash enemy. But sadly, it doesn't have a place in the speedrun, so we'll be leaving it here. Dear sister, have you died? And Jean just starts singing. To me, it's funny that they're like, oh, there's an explosion device in the basement, and they claim that it was to keep people away. Like, you would think that would have the opposite effect. Like, people would come here to like want to explode the castle. Oh yeah, the king turns to his right and then to the left, saying, "Oh, Ryu." So it shows us, the player, that he has just his sight, his vision's not as good, and that's why he didn't realize there was a poster, I guess. Yeah, Jean, he's gonna want to join us. The prince is like, "You're crazy." We're gonna take Cat, Ray, and John. Again, we've really just been trying to bail our dog, the puppy. Got caught stealing. Thankfully, the thief is actually here. The key mentioned that we can take anything we want. There is some nice armor here. We're not going to bother with that. We are going to get Patty, the thief. And Patty, she's just happy to be out of the cockroach pit there. She's like, I don't care. Turn me in. From under the water on this screen, we can go to the world map with Jean's special ability. So we get to walk all the way back home. Isn't that fantastic? The game really should have given Jean the warp spell. There is a warp spell in this game. He doesn't get until level 14. Ah, curse. Lita, wow. Or as cursed as this run has been, we've had really good lead-off RNG. Thankfully, we'll be able to use a death warp to get back there. Yeah, Patty's claimed that she only stole from a thief. Claims that many thieves have worked for Trout. And again, saying that Bo was trying to steal was the magic hood, but the real thief, Patty, stole everything. And we're just gonna check out the basement and see that nothing seems out of place. Yeah, Bo's a free puppy. Kilgore asked the sea Bo. I'm gonna take out a little bit of money from the bank here. We'll be doing shopping soon. And we got $2 million earlier in the run. It's gonna take out 100 here. I probably could have talked the extra money, but it's okay. We definitely don't want to say. And John, though. A little bit faster to leave town and come back in. So Kilgore is gonna offer us a nice dinner here. But he's going to ask us something. I don't know where I'm going with it. He's gonna ask us to steal again. He has the audacity to ask us to steal, but Bo, his nose smells something wrong. There does seem to be something odd. It's kind of nasty here. The game asks you if you want to, if Bo's like, I'm gonna go alone. And he's like, I don't want to bring you this. But he says, do you want to come? Well, the default answer is no.